What up, y'all? So I just got done washing dishes, and I'm about to cook some dinner for everybody. And class has been going really well. I'm passing all my tests so far and making A's and B's, and I made one C today, but it was only on one test, so it's not gonna affect me too bad. But anyway, I'm doing really good and trying to stay positive, and just really, a lot of stuff, like when I know this has happened to everybody at least once, and it's happened to me a few times. Every time I try to better myself, and ignore this because I was wearing my glasses today, but every time I try to better myself, something always tries to pop up to try and ruin things. And school's going great, like nothing's going wrong with that. I'm not getting kicked out of school or nothing. All my financial aid is in order. So but when you come into a new situation where you're trying to bring two families together, especially a black and white family together, and you want to have the conversation about white privilege, or do you believe that racism is still alive, or like, as far as being a black woman, I have different hair products that I have to put in my hair and in my daughter's hair, or fake hair, or just being a black woman in the United States, period, constantly being disrespected, or people not wanting to walk down the same grocery aisle as you, or I've been dealing with lately, like, me and Nick have been together since April 30th, May, June, July, August, September. So 5 months, September 30th. And everything's great between us. We're happy. We love each other. I finally found somebody who loves me for me and will allow me to better myself without trying to put me down, or leave because they're not getting new Jordans or whatever. I actually had an ex who did that. He told me to go back to school, and then he got upset and left because he was like, well, I can't afford to get new Jordans. And I'm like, well, you told me to go to school and stop working. I believed you, and then you just leave. He just left. But anyway, Nick's not like that. He loves me to death, and I love him to death, and we have a really happy relationship. And this is not one of those relationships like, famous people who are like, oh my god, my relationship's so great, and then like maybe a year or two later they come back and they're like, there was so much happening that you guys didn't know about. No, this is not that type of relationship. Like, there's no physical abuse, there's no his mistreating my daughter, there's no I mistreated his kids, there's none of that. Now, do we have our moments where we all kind of get into it? Yeah, because his kids have been through a lot. Him and his ex-wife are no longer together. She's doing her own thing, and she's not in a good place. Nick is trying to be the more responsible parent, take care of his kids and make sure they're doing their homework, and has a job. And I moved into the house, and it was supposed to just be Nick and his 4 kids in the house. But now I moved in, and now we're gonna have 5 kids and plus 2 adults in the house. So we've sat down and we've thought all this through. We've thought all this through. We've really sat down and just made sure that this is the right decision that we want to do, and that's what we've done. But now, I mean, at first the relationship, we're happy, we're good, but the kids were fine in the beginning, because it was like, oh, okay, you guys are just kind of dating each other, Then stuff started getting serious, and Nick was like, well, I want you to move in. And so I was like, well, I want to move in too. So I moved in, and now that I'm physically here, it's hard for the kids, to understand, or, understand what's going on. So it's just little stuff like, his daughter is homeschooled, so she stays home all day. And it irritates me because it's like, I'm gonna just say it, but she's lazy. She doesn't want to get up and clean. She don't want to do nothing. And she said, well, unless you guys make a list, that's the only way that I'm going to clean something. I said, no, that's not how it works. If you see something dirty, you need to clean it. And then she complains because my 8-year-old daughter, kind of leaves her stuff around. Now I get on to my daughter, and when my daughter lied to me and said that she was helping clean the house whenever they were getting chore money, she got her butt whooped because she lied about it, and I don't take that lightly. And so Kenzie doesn't keep her side of the room clean. You know, it's just little stuff that's starting to build up. And then on top of that, it's like his daughter will...
You outside?
Yeah, I'm outside.
I'm gonna go get my skateboard.
Okay. And it's like, I understand that you've been through some things, but I'm not the reason why stuff has happened in your life. You need to talk to your mom and you need to talk to your dad, because I'm not the reason why things have gone the way they have. Ariel!
Over here.
And all I'm trying to do is just help move things along and be better about things. And as a woman, I know women that might watch this video can relate, but we can physically feel other people's emotions. We can see other people's body language. We can, you know, and we always want to comfort somebody else and make them feel like everything's okay and just hug everybody. And I've tried my best to keep doing that. And so, okay, be careful. But it's just difficult when... Ariel, don't you go over there. This little dog, y'all, is freaking crazy. She disappeared for 24 hours one day. And then when his daughter and her grandma went down the street to find her, she was just right down the street. Just, Ariel! She was just right down the street, headed back to the house. And she was gone for 24 hours. But anyway, and so all I'm saying is that, you know, these are just some of my struggles with being in an interracial relationship. And I'm just documenting and, you know, just saying that I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let, you know, the kids' pain get in the way of what me and Nick have. That's never going to happen. But I'm just going to keep pushing through it. And this is just me. This is why I started my YouTube video, was just to be real with people and let them know, like, the little stuff that irritates people or that might try and break you down. And I'm just here to say, don't let that break you down. I'm not finna let it break me down. I'm finna, you know, stay in this relationship and be as happy and go lucky as I can, because even my grandma said, you know, you two know what you want. You've been through relationships to know what to do and what not to do. And are you going to allow people on the outside to kill your relationship, or you're just gonna say, all right, that's how you think and I'm just gonna move on and be happy with the person that you want to be happy with? So I've decided that I'm gonna just move on, ignore all of this stuff. You know, I'm gonna approach it when necessary, but for the most part, I'm going to let it go, be happy in my relationship, and move forward. So my suggestion is to everybody who's going through something right now, just know that God's got a plan. Everything is going to work out, and it always works out for your good. So you guys have a blessed day. Bye.